What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Home Loans with Walter here, and today we're going to be seeing is the housing market finally about to change. Congress just passed one of the biggest housing bills in decades. Meanwhile, renters are still paying record high prices, and nearly 1 in 5 homeowners right now is looking to relocate to another city. Today, we're going to be breaking down what's happening, why it matters, and what it means whether you're buying your first home, investing, or you're just trying to make sense of today's market. We're going to be getting into it. And as always, guys, my name is Walter, your local mortgage expert. If you're looking in the market to purchase your next home, or looking to purchase your next real estate deal, or even, with a little bit of retirement planning, want to go over some of the reverse mortgage options, feel free to give me a call. The link is in the bio. Let's get into it. So you can see here, it says Donald Trump says landmark housing bill is fine and hints that he will not veto it. So this is coming from realtor.com, and as always, the links will be in the description below. So Congress recently approved the bipartisan 21st Century Road to Housing Act, one of the largest housing reform packages in years. And the legislation is designed to make housing more affordable by reducing regulations that slow construction, encouraging more home building, limiting certain institutional investor activity, and modernizing housing programs. However, implementation has been delayed after Donald Trump tied signing the bill to unrelated voter ID legislation. So it's creating uncertainty over whether, whether or not the reform takes place. So the important thing here to understand is this: the bill isn't about lowering mortgage rates tomorrow. Instead, it's trying to solve one of the biggest long-term problems in housing: the lack of available homes. So for years, we've heard of the demand is too high and inventory is too low, especially in the early 2020s. If builders can construct homes faster with fewer regulatory hurdles, it can gradually improve affordability over time. But even if this bill passes, these changes won't happen overnight. And building homes takes years, not months. And that leads directly into our next story. So even with lawmakers trying to increase housing supply, affordability still remains one of the biggest challenges Americans face today. So you can see that clearly what's going to happen with rents. And as you can see here with Zillow, so nearly 3 in 4 rental listings are considered affordable, the highest for May in years. So this is going to be going over the rent report. So rent prices continue to rise. According to Zillow's latest reports, rents remain elevated across much of the country. Although the pace has increased, it's slowed compared to the rapid growth we've seen over the last several years. So the good news is that the sense of rent inflation isn't accelerating like it was during the pandemic housing boom. But for millions of Americans, rent is consuming a large portion of their monthly income. I know here in California, one of the highest things you can, do to yourself is get an increasing rent. So the delay in first-time home buyers from renting in the market, is caused by the rent, and they force many home households to rethink where they want to live. So instead of waiting for affordability to improve, many Americans are making a different decision. They're moving elsewhere. And that brings us to one of the most interesting trends in today's housing market. People aren't just waiting for lower prices, they're voting with their feet. As you can see here by Redfin, Americans are moving to the Sunbelt states. So Redfin reports that nearly 19% of house hunters are now searching for homes outside of their current metro area, the highest share since the company began tracking this metric back in 2021. Affordability is a major driver, with many buyers leaving expensive markets like New York Los Angeles, and Seattle in favor of the Sun Belt destinations such as Orlando, Phoenix, Vegas, and Florida. So the reason is pretty straightforward. As you can imagine, many buyers have realized that if mortgage rates continue to be elevated, one of the easiest ways to improve affordability isn't by waiting for rates to fall. It's by going to markets where homes simply cost less. And with that, we're seeing home buyers trade expensive coastal cities for areas that offer lower home prices, lower taxes in some cases, warmer weather, and more space. This migration trend has been building over the past several years, but affordability pressures are still making it even harder. And it could and it can continue to shape the housing demand throughout the rest of 2026. So here's the big takeaways from today's housing market. So Congress is attempting to address the housing shortage with one of the biggest bills to reform the housing market in decades. At the same time, renters are still facing high housing costs, and because affordability remains such a challenge for more Americans than ever, they're looking to own homes outside of their local market. The housing market is changing, but it's changing more differently than many people expected. So instead of waiting for markets to become more affordable, buyers are adapting today's reality and they're going elsewhere. And remember, guys, my name is Walter, your local mortgage expert. Whether you're thinking about buying your first home, refinancing, or investing in real estate, or even want to see if reverse mortgages fit into your retirement plans, I'd be happy to help you understand your options. If you found this update helpful, feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.